I imagine it's about 6 right now. Isn't it crazy? We get a big April snow, and then it was 22 just weeks ago. That's Calgary for ya. Bob must have been getting stuck on Tuesday a lot because the shuttles don't do good in the snow.
Yeah, I don't know. He was in the snow every time I was there, so I don't know.
Have you ever had ear issues before with these buses? You hear the air system making funny noises.
No, I haven't.
You arrived 4 minutes early today. 4 or 5 minutes early, I think it was.
Well, I didn't want you waiting too long outside the door.
Yeah. And then you said when last time I was on, you were gonna drive by really fast. What is that about?
I doubt it yesterday you would have got splashed because it was a huge puddle here yesterday.
Oh, so you wanted me to get wet? I see.
This was a huge puddle yesterday. It was crazy. Thank you. You're welcome, guys. And Tuesday was wow. We got you home okay.
Yeah. Here.
She's not a reckless driver.
No, she's not.
Sometimes she can be, but it's
It all
alright.
depends who's driving and who I'm driving.
It's true.
I'm just teasing you. I know you're not.
I know.
She's a great driver.
She said she wanted to get me wet if I was out here yesterday with the big puddle.
Oh, look at more than wet.
It's tempting, but I know not to do that.
Especially if your guy was around. Bob is like, what you doing that for?
It looks like it'd be fun though.
Well, I splash puddles in the bus when there's nobody around.
Well, that's no fun.
I don't want to, yeah.
Wonder what.
Vortex are good for going through puddles because there's 3 sets of tires. So you can
Yeah.
So I'll drive an Arctic in the summer, Ethan, and you can sit on the side and I'll eat it 3 times.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Oh, come on.
Why not?
It might be a hot summer day.
Alright, then I changed my mind.
You over?
I changed my mind. Well, I can go get a Slurpee after
There you
too.
go.
So how
I'll take you the ice cream after.
perfect. A coach passed us, didn't it? Red Arrow.
Red Arrow.
What's the kilometers on this one here?
Look, you distracted me. I'm sitting at a green light, not knowing.
Yeah.
The e-bus now stops at Whiteboard Station. Did you know that?
No, but I mean, they put that in very recently.
Yeah, it's only in the. I only seen it here last Saturday. I've never seen it here before.
If you and me want to go on a coach bus, there you go.
There you go. You can take the e-bus.
I like the Red Arrow because it has more features, though.
Yeah, it's got the internet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know where my oldest daughter's boyfriend lived up in Edmonton. She used to take the bus up there.
Wow.
They say it's a great service.
Yeah.
During busy times, they need extra buses, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I missed this fun part, you know, when you went up a 7908 uphill, that was fun.
Oh, was it?
That was fun because you hear the engine pulling a lot.
Make an extra noise just for you.
Yeah. Give me a little turbo juice, too.
There you go.
So all these main stops are done after 6:30, like all the ones around, you know, whatever it is, the Franklin Industrial or what.
Yeah, this one's finished, yeah. I think the last bus leaves at 6:30 or something. 6:35 or something. Well, leaves Barlow and it just goes to, it's out of service.
Out of service, yeah. What's the two frequency on Good Friday? It's Sunday level of service. I think you run every 35 minutes, right?
This is every 30 minutes.
Yeah. But I mean, two on the weekend is every 36 or something?
Yeah, I think on the weekends it's just one bus, isn't it?
4. 2 going to Clarvany 17 Ave Southwest, 2 going to Mount Pleasant.
Oh, the two. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you knew about this one.
Oh, yeah. You gotta get with this.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't very many twos out there on Friday, that's for sure.
But they need them during the week, I tell ya. Imagine running 4 2s on the weekdays during rush hour.
Yeah,
Or 4 3s during rush hour.
yeah.
They have like 16 buses on that route when it's busy. You get home by regular time tonight, eh?
Yeah.
You must have been hungry by the time you got home on Tuesday.
I was. Yeah, I was just bagged on Tuesday.
Well, at least, how long were you waiting for a change off?
Oh, no problem. I phoned it in. Like, I had to do half the trip with a broken wiper, so.
Like on a day like today, you wouldn't have bothered with it, right?
But I couldn't see.
Yeah, because the weather was so bad, right?
Oh, yeah, the snow was coming. wait there, wait until the change off the time that you got on. And I only had to wait for about 5 minutes and then he showed up.
Because you weren't here at scheduled time, so I just left, and I was planning on leaving anyway. It was just too much.
Yeah. Well, I called it in when I was heading towards Marlborough.
I'd done that before, gotten on the wrong train only twice or 3 times in my life.
I got on the wrong train.
Huh? Yeah. I remember one time when I was young, there was some breakdowns, there was major delays, a train broke down,
Yeah.
and we were waiting at Rundle for a train for an hour.
Oh God.
When something happens around the system, then that's it. Right? If something breaks down, that's it, right? Then trains have to go single tracking sometimes if a train is broken down at one of the
They
platforms.
had the single track on Tuesday morning at Whitehorn because there was an accident and a car pushed a truck off the train tracks.
Yeah. You probably remember that one time in 2019 a train broke down at Westbrook at the end of August.
That was you. I know you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it was a scary moment. You had
I was doing the 72 or the 73 when that happened.
and they had carbon dioxide
They had
smoke.
the big fans they were blowing air and I remember that.
And the smell was terrible, and it was a 4-car old U2 train, and all you could smell was carbon dioxide and smoke. And my clothes smelled like it after, just because of that. But I had to put my shirt over my mouth, kind of like a mask,
Yeah.
so I could kind of breathe. That was scary, that moment.
Oh, I can imagine. If you're going to the train, I'm going to stop up at the tracks.
Not going on the
Okay.
train. Thank you.
We haven't gotten stuck at trains today. I'm surprised. The Wizard of Oz has came on the bus.
Oh, I better break that up.
Oh God. Now you're teasing me with it. Oh, you would smell it if you were breaking down.
You know the bus would die. Every bell and whistle would be going off. The rear end, so you're okay.
We're not burning any oil like the Jimmies did.
No, I haven't lost any antifreeze, so you're okay.
Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't on 80/20 that day. I was gonna get it to add to my fleet, but I mean, from the reports you told me that day, it was giving you heck, eh? Was it like it would snap your neck? It was that bad
Well, it
when.
wasn't that bad, but it wasn't. It wasn't comfortable.
I'm glad you got a change off, because that antifreeze leak could have gotten worse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You could have lost all your antifreeze if you would have kept it on the road.
Oh, I've lost antifreeze lots of times. And had to have cute firemen come to my house.
Oh, there she goes again. I knew you were gonna get that in. Once you get on beyond Marlboro, this is not a bad route.
Oh, no, it's good.
I miss you on the 5 though, that's for sure.
Oh. Yeah, it was fun. I had lots of good, I made lots of good friends on the 5.
Well, maybe you'll see that guy again if you get it, right?
Yeah, you never know.
We'll see cars in the bus traps too. Every time I was on with you, there was at least one there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a bus trap, you know, if you didn't know, the sign's right there, right?
Yeah, people can't read it.
I think there's a bus trap when you do the 302, there's an arm that goes up.
Oh, it's not a bus trap, it's just a transit only.
And there's an arm that goes up, you kind of wait for a second,
Yeah.
and the arm goes up for the bus.
There's a set of arms at both ends of our little road.
You said you were the only bus out of Spring on all day run at the time. All the rest were out of Vic Park.
Yes. Last summer I did not. It wasn't last summer.
It might have been.
It could have been last summer. I did the 302 and I was the only it was last summer because I was the only air conditioned bus out there.
And all the other drivers got the non-hot air conditioning bus, non-AC buses. Those are the fun ones though.
That's right, because I did the 90 in the morning and they did the 302 in the afternoon.
Oh, that was your sign up.
Yeah.
You probably did a 302 VP key before though.
Yeah, I've done, but that's all Arctics.
Yeah. But they have some single VP buses on there now. I can't imagine how packed the 3 was in the morning with no Arctic yesterday.
I don't think a lot of people went to work yesterday because it was pretty fun. The 301 wasn't an Arctic either, so that would have been busy too. So.
And the 23 wasn't either, and they normally have them.
Yeah.
But they had to start putting them out in the afternoon once the roads were better. Oh, 8202 and the NX40 was out on the 3 yesterday.
What was that?
Yeah. The heaters in the winter, you gotta turn them on and off because some of them crank really high and hard.
Yeah.
They crank a lot of heat because it's coming from the engine, right?
Oh, I
Two.
think 79, 96. Or 91, whatever one I had 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
The heater in that thing was just phenomenal. It's just like, holy crap.
Hot, right?
It was hot.
You had to turn it off after a while. You would
Yeah.
bake to death
You
in
would
it.
turn it off, and then it would get cold, and then you'd have to.
But hey, you had a good bus.
It was a good bus, yeah. And the heater was just, wow.
She likes the 79s win her favorites again.
Well, it had a couple of cracky ones.
Yeah. You probably driven a few out of VP on spare board.
Yeah. And Anderson.
The Anderson are the favorite puppies, eh? The favorite old girls.
I used to hate going to Anderson Garage. It was so far away.
But for Anderson drivers, it was so easy for them.
Oh, yeah.
When I hear a lot of them were pissed off when VP was the only one open for them, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I live up in Martindale and they'd have to drive down to Anderson in the morning to start work. It's just like,
35, 40 minutes drive, having to go on Deerfoot and McLeod and that.
it's just crazy.
How did you get into Anderson? McLeod Trail, did you?
Yeah, I'd have to go down the station.
Because it's right there, we pass it right when
Yeah.
right when you're on the C train going
And then
towards.
you'd be going to work, and then there'd be a CP rail train, and you're stuck, and you can't get to work because of the CP rail train.
You're 30 minutes getting. That was unexpected.
Oh, I'm stuck. Uh-oh.
You wouldn't known if you were stuck on Tuesday the whole. We were kind of slipping and sliding back home just a little bit. We took it slow though.
Yeah, what was the highways like?
Huh?
What was the highway like going home on Tuesday?
Well, what we do, we go to Barlow, we kind of start off 17th Avenue, then we kind of just,
Oh, okay.
You know.
Up 17. Okay.
but it was slippery.
Yeah.
Oh, there was so many late buses due to the snow, like 35 to 40, 45 minutes late on some
Oh,
routes.
you're watching it all on the 55
Yeah.
app.
Like when the Arctics were out, they were saying 59 minutes later.
Wow.
But it's the Arctic in the snow, right? That's what it is for you.
That's right. And it wasn't. Yeah, it was all the other people getting stuck too. The buses.
If Stampede's busier this year, they're gonna need extra Arctics on the 504 on weekdays and
Oh,
weekends.
for sure.
And I hear the 3 is Arctics out of VP on the weekends for all day.
Oh, is that right?
Because they open VP grass for Arctics on the weekends. There's some on the 3.
Oh, okay.
So it's a mixture of VP buses and Sprint.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah. This bus doesn't rattle a lot, which is good. Not at all, barely.
Huh?
This bus is not a rattler, that's...
No.
Now your transmission is a little bitey, but everything's good. These buses run on a whole different braking system than the old ones do. Wonder if the old buses have that, where they shut down if they get too hot, right?
Oh, yeah. Those MCIs were bad for that.
They never shut down. They would just, you know, they would just keep going when they were overheated.
Yeah, they would shut down if they were too hot. They'd shut down if they were too cold. If you had one in the middle of winter, you had to let it warm up about 15
That's like with the 1100 series Jimmy's.
Yeah, you
Same.
have to let them warm up for a good 15 minutes before you can let the garage.
Well, then leave the house 15 minutes early. That's what you had to do, right? And sometimes they wouldn't crank in the morning very well.
You know, you have to get the mechanics to come and boost your bus for you.
And it wasn't like the battery was dead, it wouldn't just turn over.
Yeah. It just needed a boost.
Bad thing about the VP buses is if they break down, sometimes they do start again and you can go. But if the bus shuts down on you again, then you request a change off.
Yeah.
But if you still can drive it to your change off point, it makes it easier.
Oh, for sure it does.
Waiting.
It's like you had to get up early in the morning and eat a roast.
Yeah, exactly. It's like both of us, you could say that.
Eat a roast and get going in the morning.
You getting up on Saturday, it must be not pretty.
Yeah, I'm not working this Saturday. I paid something more.
Oh, you lucky duck. One of your friends, I'm guessing,
Yeah,
right?
badge number 3.
It's good Spearboard never takes it, right?
Yeah, no, I got a good friend, Allie. He's badge number 3.
Yeah.
He does my work on Saturdays. You're welcome. I'm painting my house on Saturday.
Oh, that's why.
We're gonna paint the kitchen and the living rooms.
What color?
My husband says it's pink, but it's not pink.
That doesn't make any sense. He says it's pink, but it's not
It's
pink.
not. It's.
Does he want Pepto-Bismol type
Oh
of
God,
color?
no. It's. I'll send you a picture of the colors.
I'll just probably put laugh out loud, eh? LOL. Yeah, this is one of the first buses in the first batch that came in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because when this bus was on the road, these were still being delivered.
Yes.
You said when you drove one, it had 1,700 on it or
Yeah,
something?
it had 1,700 kilometers. The first ones I got to drive, yeah.
It must have had a brand new smell in it.
Yeah, it did. I'll have to look back.
I will say when these 7900s out of Anderson were being dispatched, they smelt very, very fresh, like they were new, because they weren't used in a while, right? So they had that brand new smell even though they were 17 years old. Oh, I almost put my knuckle on the yellow thing. Don't want to push that.
Oh, you can just yell at me that you did it by mistake. It's okay. Or I'll just make you get out and wait for the next 3 days.
No. I knew it. We always seem to get the other end on each other, right? All the time. Get out of here. Right?
Okay, I can get out, no problem.
No, but you say that to me. You were.
I know.
Get the ramp out, not picking you up again. Wow, it's nice to go by here when there's not a load of kids.
I know, it's
be all back in next week.
Oh, I know.
You must be looking forward to that. I know, I'm just being sarcastic.
It's only for 10 minutes.
I don't understand how they don't take the school run. It goes to the same.
They're at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know why. It might be other things too. A few of them may have to go farther.
Yeah, we do exactly the same thing at the stations.
Feels like I just got on with you 10 minutes ago.
I know. Really on that last trip.
You got one more, you know.
Yep.
I got the unit before this too. Man, it sounded like it was gonna blow up when I was on it. Like the belt was loose or something. Every time you went, it went the motor, right? Just like, you know, when that belt's loose or something.
You know, there's something.
And it was still running, but the belt was just. Getting the 23 maybe. No one there today, this trip. I checked the 3 this morning. It's all back to normal blocks now, all Arctics.
Oh, okay.
Or a lot of them. Some of them have single VP buses on it now.
There was a 3-stump Center Street yesterday morning. I don't know if I'd be there for the day before, but I don't know why,
He had his lights on and everything.
No lights on, so. Or a snowstorm and they hadn't got to it yet or what, I don't know.
I think it might have been recent because you can't just leave a bus on the road.
Well, it was on Center Street too at Bennington, so it was, yeah.
And one of the major arteries, right? And he didn't even have his destination sign on or anything.
Well, you had this, that tree,
Yeah.
but there was not flashing lights on or nothing, so I don't know.
He was probably calling in. He had to probably shut the bus.
Maybe he's gone over to the washroom, who knows? At 78th Avenue.
Because sometimes they shut the bus down completely, right?
Yes.
Not, it doesn't mean it's broken down. They just shut the bus off.
Yeah, no, there was no people on it at all, so I don't know.
It was probably something to be changed off. That's what I think.
It could have been, yeah.
Because going up Center Street, sometimes you get half a load up there on the 3.
Well, this was coming in town yesterday morning when I was there at 8 o'clock, or 20 to 8, so.
It was going
It was going in town, so.
north, right? Yeah,
Southbound.
yeah.
It was going into downtown, so, yeah, I don't know.
It's been a while since you've driven an Arctic.
That has.
It's almost hard to get used to again after you haven't driven one for a while, right?
You just gotta realize how long they are.
Yeah. I hear they're easier to turn than these.
Yeah,
Winter, forget it though.
Summer, I love driving. Yeah.
Winter, forget it. You fishtail all over the place
But
almost.
I won't go Route 3 just to drive home, that's for sure.
But then you have a couple routes you don't like, 3 and the 1.
I want, no, I'll do the 23, I'll do the 23, but then, or the 302, but that's it.
Oh, you don't do 301 or anything like that?
301's okay.
Oh, but during rush hour, it's packed. Every bus you see on that route, pretty much.
No, it's a busy route.
Yeah, you're stuck with me for 80 more minutes.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. No, you still got one more to go. Were the roads still icy when you started in some places yesterday afternoon?
No, they were, it was huge puddles everywhere.
It was in the morning, man. It
It
was.
was icy. Yeah. Because I do the 64, so it was pretty icy up around the hill.
And you start at 7 o'clock, and it was still.
And one girl stops me at the bottom of the hill and she says, "Oh, I didn't know if you were going on to the tour." I says, "Well, why not? So I thought you'd get up that hill." I says, "We'll get in and we'll see if this bus will get up the hill."
You just laughed, right?
Yeah. I just floored it. It got up the hill just fine.
But you would have to, though, else you're not gonna be able to.
That's it.
Oh, we just missed the train, eh? It's there at Marlborough.
What was it? I didn't even see.
Yeah.
When the light turns green, then I have to go. Okay, grocery cart down the middle of the road. There we go.
That's nice, eh?
Yeah.
It's gonna be even more quiet on your last trip because everyone's on their break too, eh? A lot of people. So
Yeah,
this last trip is gonna be even more dead.
Yeah, because I usually pick up people on this one, and then the next trip out to here, I don't usually know.
You didn't see your guy. You know how he goes to his second shift?
I
Right.
haven't seen him all week.
He must be off then.
Yeah.
I
And
see.
then, like, a lot of people, they have kids on spring break this week, and they've got holidays as well. Because there's a few that I haven't seen this week.
So even though you finish at 6:06, the bus is already in the garage.
Yeah.
By then you already
Oh,
parked
I'm
it.
already on my way home.
Do you go in the wash lane when you
No.
go?
No, we're not allowed to take. We don't take the buses through there anymore.
I hear it was hectic when you did. It made it complicated for you guys because you had 20 to 30 buses ahead of you, right?
Well, yeah, because we're getting too much overtime. You know, you end up booking 10, 20 minutes overtime because you're stuck in the service lane. So the buses, we wash it for everything.
And they check the bus over.
Yeah, and clean it inside and park it on the lane for the next day.
But it's in the grounds because if it was cold, that bus would not want to start in the morning.
Well, they used to, before they built onto Spring Gardens, they used to park the buses outside at night. And they just let them running all night.
You had to though, there was
Yeah,
no...
if you got your buses outside and it was running in the winter.
But now they have the heated thing,
Yeah,
right?
now it's in the garage. But at Big Park, they still park buses outside at night.
And they run the first ones that leave the garage at 3:30 in the morning.
Started, yeah.
They run them because they start them up like 30 minutes before they leave the garage, and then the driver takes it. One of the first buses to go in service out of VP would be like 14 or something.
Yeah, I never left the first buses on. Well, I know they do the pickup buses. I think the first one's out of Big Spring Gardens or the airport bus.
Out of Vic Park, yeah?
No, the airport bus out of Spring Gardens, I think, is one of the first ones. Not even over to anybody. I'm going straight through.
I'll be back there on Sunday. Let's bowl.
What time do you go bowling on Sundays?
6:45, but I get dropped off 25 minutes early. Just hang out and chat.
How many other people go bowling with you?
7 or 8, so it's good. And all the volunteers, right, that help
Yeah.
us.
Is everybody in wheelchairs or no?
No,
Oh, okay.
what's for dinner tonight?
Jenny's not working. Jenny's not working today, so I don't know what she's cooking.
Surprise!
I took out chicken, so we'll see what happens.
Surprise! Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's on the menu. Hey, there's a coyote.
Pardon?
There's a coyote running down the street.
He went in there somewhere or something.
Yeah, there he goes, coming down the grass over there.
There's the anti-brake system.
This looks nice. See, somebody hit that post there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
See the big dents on the post?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, somebody went sliding into that on Tuesday.
There's big chunks missing out of
Yeah.
it.
There's parts of the truck lying on the ground.
And people drive at normal speed when it's blizzarding. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
It seems like you always have a busy household though. People coming in, people going out,
Yeah.
running on different schedules.
Oh, I know.
That's like me in my last year of school there, you know, constantly booting her, never much of a break.
Yeah.
Because when they're sleeping, you're starting work some mornings, right? You're already off and going, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
This one rattles down the road, but these roads aren't the best either.
The roads are just brutal.
Oh, I went down 6th Avenue recently and it.
That road's horrible.
Oh my god, bump after bump.
Especially between 4th Street and 5th Street, it's just horrible.
It's like ka-clank, ka-clank, ka-clank all the time. One place they don't keep the roads maintained, and that's downtown. All of downtown's like that though, pretty much.
Yeah. But 6th Avenue is just brutal. I don't know why it's so bad. It's I guess that's just the way it is. It's been like that as long as I can remember.
I've always been down there a bunch of times on the road, and it's always been like that.